I'm dropping somebody off here at the hospital in Round Rock, and I wanted to do a quick video on snacking. Snacking is what makes you fat. New Year's Eve dinner, Christmas dinner, New Year, going and pigging out on Thanksgiving, that doesn't make you fat. What makes you fat is snacking. Take, for instance, a person you know that you work with, somebody, man or woman who you work with, who eats little meals and or snacks. They're probably really fat and really horribly out of shape, and they're that way for the simple fact that they can't stop eating. So, and they may not eat a lot. For instance, they may just go and eat, they may just start out the morning with a soda or some fruit or maybe some tacos or something, that a bagel. One of the biggest ladies I know, she doesn't eat much, but she's eating all the time when you see her. She'll come to work with a couple of tacos or bagels, and then a few hours will pass and she'll be eating a granola bar. Then lunch will come around, she'll be eating spaghetti and green beans or whatever the cafeteria is having. Then as the day progresses, she'll have a soda, and then in the evening she will have whatever it is she has at home, and followed by more fruit and some ice cream before bed, and then milk and a couple other things. Not to mention the coffee has cream in it. So she's got about a cup of coffee, maybe 2 or 3, with 6 or 7 creams. You add all that together, that's a lot of food. The point is, you get fat snacking. You don't get fat on a larger meal. Think about how many people you know who eat one meal who are fat. Think real hard. You probably don't know many people who eat once a day, but you really probably don't know many, if you do know some, who are fat. I've known one, and he was a powerlifter. He passed away about 6 years ago. He was a huge guy. He ate about 12,000 calories a day so that he could lift insanely nutty amounts of weight. That's the exception. But it's harder to get your too much calories in a day when you're eating once a day. The point is, there are exceptions, but generally you have to understand the dynamic of feasting and eating too much. You do that easier by eating multiple meals. But then you also have the problem of a lot of people, they don't know how to distinguish between a meal and a snack. So they'll think, well, I only eat maybe 1 or 2 meals, but then I snack a lot. Well, the snacking is what keeps your pancreas active. When you have a coffee and you put a bunch of sugar and cream in it, guess what? That's calories. So that activates your pancreas, and you're not in fasting anymore. And the only people who have ever failed attempting to eat once a day, it's because they started having to get calories in liquid form throughout the day, or they've had to keep snacking and they think, hey, it's kosher, or they think it's a healthy food, so therefore I can have as much as I want. Guess what? That's wrong. Eating once a day puts your body in a state of fasting. It increases human growth hormone. It enables you to level out your blood sugar so that they'll stop cascading. You'll stop feeling weak and tired. Your blood sugar over time will go down. Your blood levels will go down, and you can have something like this. You can have something like a nice glass of tea. I just did a video on tea, and I have some of that right here. It's a nice cup. I'm going to sip on it all throughout this evening. But basically, the snacking makes you fat. Don't ever forget that. The snacking is what makes you fat, not a feast. Not going out of your way to eat and enjoy yourself on your splurge days or on your holidays or with friends. You can eat a really big meal and be just fine. What you can't do is just go throughout the day and eat, because it's much easier to rack up more calories through snacking and through nibbling on things than it is to control yourself one time with one portion.